Hello, welcome back. All right, today we're starting off. We're starting the finals. Getting into the last project, the last projects of the year. We have this 4 weeks left total. Yeah, it should be good. Today's gonna be quick. I'm doing the reversal. Like today will be quick, and tomorrow, Thursday will be a little bit longer. Thursday, I'll go in a little bit more about the logo design that we're going to start on. Only telling you this because I have a cold and I can barely think. So instead of me bibbling and bobbling, I should be able to show you stuff and have a better time on Thursday once I get rid of this crud. All right, just going through what you have uh, on our list. I'm just going to work backwards. I believe this is your last cases. There might be one more for the book, and then we're done with the book. There might be one more. I can't fully remember. Easy peasy, you know what to do there. Every designer needs to know. You guys have been knocking those out of the park, and you'll be done with those in a couple weeks. Here's the fun one. This is your last discovery. So you download the link, and I have it open, and then you work on it. So if you look here in the layers, I have everything marked for you. So just like lock the templated layer. Remember, we all know about our layers, and the square is a template layer, which means none of this will print, but it's there for you to just use as mapping. And I have piece 1, 2, 3. I don't have this one layer titled for some reason, and then the title area. So use those as you need. Place your stuff where you need to. Title it whatever you want it. Title it the grandest graphic design discoveries of all time, whatever you want to do. Have some fun. Each piece in its form that you turned in the PDF should fit perfectly in each one of these spaces like a puzzle piece. And here I'm going to answer all those questions that you guys will be like, but Joel, what about bleed? But Joel, what about... I didn't want to make this any more complicated than it needed to be. I wanted just kind of this like cool final. So I know that when you place in your images, they won't have bleed. Maybe in the future, I'll bring that in because you have to export it. You export it with the crop marks, and then you have to go in and set up and re-clipping mask everything, but I'm not going to have you guys do that. So I understand that I am not you will have no bleed on the lower part of your assignment, but each piece should fit in perfectly, like little puzzle pieces, and then you put your title in whenever you want, and you're done. Wipe your hands of it. It's all good. It's just a culmination. It's a nice little poster of like, look at what I worked on. And the fun part is like, this was week 1, 4, 8, and 12 or something like that. So like it shows your progress over the 16 weeks we've been working together. So that's the other reason why I like these in there, is it kind of shows like how much you've changed, how much you've grown, how much your designs have adapted over the weeks. You kind of get to see it all happen in this one piece. So it's kind of a neat little conglomeration. So that's how you do that. Just make sure you're working in the right layers. Label that one. I should get to that. So that is that. That's super easy. It's even easier than the last. You just have to do a title page and drop in your old work. All right. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Food trucks. It gives us some dimensionality in a design, right? They're super trendy and popular right now, aren't they? They're everywhere. If everybody loves their food trucks, call it an easy restaurant. And very niche based. You don't have the niche based, meaning like a food truck is very specialized in what it does. They can only have a limited amount of stuff, and so it's pretty cool. So the other things that go along with the food truck is it's like different sort of branding. The truck is the billboard itself, eventually driving and open. So you have two versions of a food truck. You got to be able to serve out of one side. It's a little bit like those tents when we designed tents. the tent has an opening, so you can't put anything in the opening, otherwise you can't get into the tent. So, you know, like when you raise the door on a food truck, all of a sudden that area is not usable anymore. It's only usable when it's down. We'll be exploring, and not today, but I'm just giving you the overview. We'll be just exploring uniforms. We'll be exploring menus. We'll be exploring packaging. How do you present the food? And all that kind of stuff. So it should be a good one. It should be a lot of fun. All of these. So again, so just like every project, we're going to create a presentation deck. I want you to do a little research, look at some items, figure out what you want to do, and then let's do some logo sketches. Let's try out our logos situation. Like every time, we're going to do three logos. I'd like them to be very different. 3 not the same logo, but 3 very different logos. So you're exploring your creativity. And when I say 3 very different logos, you only have to pick one. Choose a single name from the following food truck name options. Pick one that fits you. You like coffee? You like tacos? You want farm to truck? Hey, what about some burritos? What about Giant? Just oversized version of classic street foods. Bite Me, bold bites with an attitude. Blissful Belly, health-focused food. Really Hungry, that's fast and friendly, easy to eat bites. And Van Gogh, art-inspired truck with creative cuisine. So each one, there should be something there for everyone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different to choose from. And for these, all we're worried about is the highlighted bold text. All right. That's all you have to have on this logo. There's no combining logos. I don't want you to type out all of that on the logo. Right now, we're just going to worry about the name specifically. That's it. And I want you to have some fun. Push it. So I went online, just like anybody should, and I started to look around. Well, what did I type in? Google, best food truck logos in the world. Why not start there? Of course, we're going to get a lot of the AI generated crap. Like, I don't know why. Like, these food trucks always have a food truck on them. You know, like, we know it's a food truck. So don't show me a food truck that you're advertising the food truck for. I get that part. We want a logo that is of what you are creating. So if it's been there, done that, it should be a logo that's been there, done that. It doesn't need to show a truck, but maybe a coffee bean. I don't know. You play around. You figure it out, and have some fun, whichever one you choose. And then, so from there, I went and I found this one. I think it was here, 22 attention-grabbing food truck logos. And I thought I'd look through this with you all in case you couldn't do it yourself. There's this one, the Chairman. This one is a cool style. I don't know if you guys know Shepard Fairey. It's very much, if he didn't do this, somebody kind of took his style and made a food truck out of it. It's kind of cute. It's kind of neat. As much as I like it, though, like, I don't know what it is. You know, like, there's nothing on it to signify even the food. You would assume maybe Chinese food, but it's hard to tell. Here's a cute logo, just this, right? I'm only looking at the logo, not the truck. We're only looking at a logo. Because remember, this logo needs to be put on like 10 different items. So we're not designing the truck yet, just the logo alone, nothing else. So that's a cute little logo. The wolf, I think Lobos is wolf, and it's got the fire. It's got the kind of like very simple design. Some parts I like, some parts I don't like on that logo. Here it is, nice and simple. This is it, Lucky's. But along with this, they created other illustrations which come later that you're going to use maybe throughout. So Lucky's is very simple, but then they have their walking burger. They created what we call a pattern in the background. But right now, just Lucky's. Very clean, very simple. Doesn't need to be much. It kind of fits their diner, right? Very fun, very simple, very easy. Guac. Love it. Right? Really cool. That looks fake. That looks like it's been photoshopped on. I don't know. The meat wagon with a little like wheel here. Oh, this is a design proposal for the meat wagon. Oh, meat pies. All right. So we don't know anything much about that in America. This is from New Zealand. But really nice type treatment. Very easy to read. Here's another one. It looks just like that Shepherd Ferry one. But what we do is roll it up sushi truck. That's the logo. That's all again. That's all I want you to think about right now is your logo. All right. This is the logo. The cheese truck. Very simple logo. Type treatment. Look at how they're playing with the typography. Maybe this is a heavy typography piece for you. Maybe not so much of imagery, but play around with type. Big letters, small letters. Here's Viking Soul Food. That's a nice one. Pretty damn easy. Bacon, whatever, Huh? Senor Sissig. Very nice typography. Are those supposed to be waves? Oh no, but there's flames here, but waves here. I don't know what those are. Hard to tell. Roti, right? Is that a gourmet chicken food truck? Grilled. Am I missing? I see a flame. Okay. Oh, is it a dumpling? Well, so here's the problem here. Can you see the problem? Mei Dumplings logo, truck logo. It's nowhere on this truck. And it's up here in the corner. Like they don't have the name on the truck at all, which to me is a little disturbing. I like their little koi fish, but they don't have the logo on the truck. I want a logo. I want to know, like we need to brand it. We're gonna make stickers and uniforms and our wrappers, like so many other ones. It's Food Riders. Oh, doesn't get any more simple than this. They paint the truck black and just do it all lowercase. All right. That's good. That's fun. This is too much. Talk about too much. Holy cow. The original grilled cheese truck. But for some reason, they're having one sandwich with cheese stretched to the other side with that. But then they're like, no, we want the sandwich again and then a truck in it. That's too much stuff. Way too much going on for just a logo. And this is nice and simple. Like a tattoo, Sailor Jerry tattoo, we call that. Nice and simple design. Here's coffee, Moshi's. Oh, that's well, because that's just like strict lettering with a little cup there. The cow and the curd. So that's the logo up here. I don't know why Oscar the Grouch is down here. And I don't know, like they put this big cow here and a chicken, but you think that their logo, even though they have it here, would be here. I don't need to see a cow. I want to see the logo. So dig around, play around, come up with a logo. Try different things out. Big letters, small letters, slanted, angles. How can you read it? I need to read it from far away. It needs to stick out. Are we going to do drop, not drop shadows, but like letter layering? What's going to work? Again, it should somewhat work on what you choose. So any of these could be, have 1,000 different types. Do we want to go very stereotypical, or do we want to change that and get away from what stereotypical would be? Like, let's taco about it. I'll just say this right now. When people do this one, they always just show a taco. like a taco with legs. I'm like, all right, I've seen it enough. Like that's just the first idea. So play around, have some fun, come up with some ideas. Like I said, Thursday I'm gonna go over. This is fun. Your last stay organized. Your last uh, little extra tricks and tips with me. I'll do that on Thursday, and then I'm gonna pick a food truck logo, and I will build one out. I'll work on the project with you again. I don't think I've done this one in the past. I think it got created last minute in the last session I had of this, so I don't have anything. Usually I have something already built. So is there any questions, comments, or concerns with getting started with your food truck logo design?
No.
All righty. Well, have some fun. Look at some examples. Go out and eat at a couple food trucks. You know, do your research. Do your research. You all have to eat at 7 different food trucks before Thursday. No. Have some fun with this. And if you have questions, comments along the way, I'll be on the discussion boards, of course. And then Thursday, I'll go in more in depth and play around, and we'll do some I'll do some designing, live designing with you to help hopefully expand on some of those creative ideas we can build. So, all right. Wonderful. Thank you. And I will see you on Thursday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.